What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. About to watch Alicia fight. She is, oh my goodness, she is so fine. Anyways, that's my boxing wife, if y'all don't know. Anyways, man, I've been hearing this talk of Conor Benn and Manny Pacquiao, or Conor Benn in talks with Manny Pacquiao lately, and I just don't know where the heck this fight is even coming from, because this fight, I mean, it's just so many obstacles that have to be done, man. So you know how I do it. Why is she coming out in a prom dress? Oh my goodness. Anyways, but you know how I do it. Let me do the research. You guys relax and let's get started. So shout out to Boxing News 24/7. It says Manny Pacquiao versus Conor Benn at minor discussion level, says Hearn. And for y'all that don't know, that's Eddie Hearn. It says, it says, here comes talk of a possible, if unlikely, that fight that has come right out of left field. Eddie Hearn, in speaking with Boxing King Media, has stated how a fight between living legend Manny Pacquiao and the current banned Conor Benn has been spoken about as a possibility. The fight having reached the stage of undergoing minor discussions. It says, Benn, as we all know, is fighting to clear his name over the failed drug test that forced the cancellation of the unbeaten welterweight contender's big and heavily hyped fight with Chris Eubank Jr. last year. A fight that I thought that would have been a great fight to build up, just with the history. You talk about boxing being a business, that's business at its best. Pacquiao, who retired from pro boxing in August of 2021 after his decision loss to Yordenis Ugas, has since fought an exhibition bout, and Pac-Man did go on record back in October as saying he was hoping he would have an exhibition or professional fight in the UK before his career was finally over. Could it be that this absolute curveball, nobody saw it coming matchup takes place in the UK later this year? Obviously, a whole lot would have to be done. First, most importantly, Benn would have to be cleared and permitted to box again. But Hearn did say he wouldn't be surprised if the fight took place. Now, this is, they're quoting what Eddie Hearn is saying. Ooh, Alicia Baumgartner is so fine. Getting ready to watch her fight. Ooh, she is so fine. That's my boxing wife. I would not be surprised to see Conor Benn fight Manny Pacquiao next, Hearn said, but it's not signed. There's been a couple of discussions, minor discussions. The fact that a possible fight between Pacquiao and Benn has got that far may well be surprising, indeed shocking enough for most boxing fans. Could this one really happen? In an age where it seems as almost nothing can be ruled out, who knows? Maybe this fight could take place. As to what would be in it for seen it all, done it all, Pacquiao, I'm sorry. So they're saying, what would be in it for Pacquiao at this point? That's a different story. At age 44, Pac-Man will be risking against a far younger Benn, who we all know is fast and can punch. How much of those are steroids? We don't know. Conor Benn will fight again. It's just a matter of time. But against Manny Pacquiao, surely not. Now, it's a few things that I'm just like, I don't really, listen, I hope this does not come true. Why? Because for one, if anybody watched Manny Pacquiao, I'm not even gonna speak on the exhibition, because I mean that it's no really full training camp for that. They don't really go to training for, they might run a few miles and hit the bag a few times and maybe even spar a few rounds, but that's not a real training camp. But if anybody saw Manny Pacquiao against Yordenis Ugas, I remember even making a post talking about, man, it really sucks to see like an icon, decline like this. We're seeing we saw the decline of Pacquiao, and I actually saw the decline of Pacquiao against Keith Thurman. If you go back and watch the fight with Keith Thurman, Pacquiao started to fade towards the end, which allowed Keith Thurman to come back. Now, that's not like Manny Pacquiao at all, to fade in any fights or whatnot. So I actually saw the decline in Keith Thurman, and he took a long time off. He was supposed to fight Errol Spence, and then he came back and fought Ugas. I want to say maybe that was 2 years. That might have been 2 years after his fight with Keith Thurman, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. But regardless, listen, at age 44, do I want to see Pacquiao come back to the sport of boxing? No, I don't, man. I mean, bro, it literally does nothing for him, and it doesn't do anything for look at Alicia. Bro, I promise you, she is so bad, bro. She is so bad. Look at that. Look, I'm sorry, bro. I just got distracted, bro. Alicia fighting. She coming up dancing and stuff. Ooh, she's so bad. Anyways, all right, my bad. That's my wife. That's my boxing wife. Anyways, but I don't like Pacquiao. I don't like it for Pacquiao, and I don't like to fight for Conor Benn either. I mean, because think about it is this: even if you are Conor Benn, let's just say you beat Manny Pacquiao, like. For example, your Dennis Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao, right? But everybody knows that is a fading Manny Pacquiao. So it's not like like you're gonna get real credit for it. The most you might get is a good payday. And at this point, that's I mean, I'm pretty sure Pacquiao will pack some seats. So I mean, I'm sure that Conor Benn would get a good payday. But as far as like legacy wise, bro, that fight literally does nothing for him at this stage of Pacquiao. And then furthermore, I'm gonna just be honest, Conor Benn doesn't deserve a fight with Pacquiao, bro. This dude just tested positive for a banned substance, and it could possibly, and they still not even working out like when he could possibly even come back, bro. So no, like Conor Benn doesn't deserve a fight with Pacquiao. I don't even want to see Conor Benn in there with Manny Pacquiao, bro. I mean, that's just the honest to God truth. I would rather, Conor Benn, him versus Keith Thurman, which would be a good fight if he didn't test positive for a banned substance. But him versus Chris Eubank, they was gonna sell that fight so beautifully, man. I thought that was gonna be the backstory between their fathers fighting, then the sons fighting, like, bro, it just made for a good, just everything about that just had excitement written all over it. The face off, all that, bro. Everything was just beautiful, bro. And I was really looking forward to that. But Conor Benn, again, he tested positive. So we have yet to see Conor Benn even really step it up. I think that was actually going to be a step up fight for Conor Benn, him versus Chris Eubank. Conor Benn has not really done much in the welterweight division yet. I mean, he has a victory over Chris Van Heerden. That's like a C-level fighter. He does have a victory over Adrian Granados. One that's, people kind of just, Adrian Granados is known as a gatekeeper who people just, kind of throw in there to test you, see where you at. Because you do got to be sharp to beat Adrian Granados. Adrian Granados is not anybody that you just, walk in the park with. So, he has a few victories over noticeable names, but no names, no B-level fighters, man. I would, should Conor Benn be able to return to boxing, I want to see him do more in his own division, man. Because the welterweight division, that's always going to be a stacked division. I want to see him in there with the Jerron Boots in. It's Errol Spence seems to be wanting to move up with the Terrence Crawfords, the Keith Thurmans. I just want to see him in there with guys in his weight class, rather that are active fighters, rather than a declining Manny Pacquiao. As for Manny Pacquiao, man, listen. What cannot be said about Manny Pacquiao? The dude is a definite Hall of Famer, bro. You gotta get. Let me tell you something. I give Manny Pacquiao all credit because this dude was really finna fight Errol Spence. Even though Errol Spence was coming off of, people were trying to say Errol Spence didn't look like himself 100%, which he didn't against Danny Garcia. But regardless, I still give dude credit for going to take on, or at least going out fighting Errol Spence, even though, he didn't want to at first. But regardless, man, Pacquiao, you have done so much in your career. If Pacquiao wants to do exhibitions, bro, that's completely cool. I understand that. I have nothing bad to say about Pacquiao doing exhibitions, but I do not want to see Pacquiao come back in fighting one of these young guns and then get like knocked the hell out, because even in his exhibition, he looks like flabby and slow or whatnot. He doesn't look like the Manny Pacquiao that we became a fan of. So, I mean, bro, my whole thing is just leave it alone. I don't want to see that fight. Pacquiao, he's done enough. All right, I don't want to see that fight. Let Pacquiao be a legend. He'll be a legend regardless, but let Conor Benn make a name for himself in his own way, bro. I don't want to see him against no damn Manny Pacquiao, bro. All right. So that's my take on the situation, man. I just got to fill y'all in, man. Make sure you guys do me a favor. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, man. Tell me what you think. Do you even think Conor Benn should be coming back? I mean, bro, this dude tested positive for a banned substance. I don't even know when his last fight was. So, what do you want to see from Conor Benn? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?